Today we are going to go on an adventure. We are going to put on some boots. We have to wear really long boots. So put on your long boots. I wore mine today. Now we got to put on a really nice jacket. Put a big jacket on. And I need you to put on a hat like you would wear in the jungle. Now we're going to get inside of a Jeep. So get inside your Jeep. Put your seatbelt on. We are going to go into the deepest part of the jungle. Now we need to wear our boots and we need to wear a protective jacket and that hat. And we're going to stay inside of our Jeep because this is how we need to stay safe inside the jungles. Because we're going to find some animals and some things in the jungle that we wouldn't want to get very close to. Do you see this picture right here? Do you see that?
A snake.
It is. It's a snake. Oh, in the jungle. There's little snakes, but mostly they're great big snakes. There's a great big snake called a python. Say that with me.
Python.
A python. There is a great big snake called a boa constrictor. Say that. Oh, Mrs. Stewart does not like snakes, but the boa constrictor and the python, do you know that God made them that they can eat great big animals? They can. Do you know that their jaws will open up, go like this? Oh, those are pretty big mouths you got there. Pretty big mouths you got there, boys and girls watching. But the boa constrictor and the python, they can open their mouths so big, they can swallow a deer whole. They can just bite onto a deer and go and swallow it, and it will go right down inside of their body. Now, a boa constrictor will wrap its body around and will squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. And sometimes it's hard to find them in the jungle because do you see this right here, these vines right here? They're kind of all tangled up. They're tangled vines right there. And those tangled vines means they just kind of wrap around each other. Have you ever seen a girl that has braids in her hair? And the maybe mommy girls or girls watching, your mommy has put braids in your hair and she takes the hair and she tangles them together like this. Or maybe you got your hair tangled up with a knot and it's kind of hard to get out. Well, the vines, when they grow, they kind of grow together like that, like a braid, and they get all tangled up. And so sometimes it's hard to tell, is it a vine, a tangled vine, or is it a snake like a python or a boa constrictor? Oh, but that's why we're going to wear our big boots, because in the jungle the grass grows really tall. Nobody's in the jungle mowing the lawn. Would you want that job, to mow the lawn in the jungle? No. And it's kind of swampy in there because when it rains it just kind of sits in there, and so we wouldn't want to step on a snake. Well, let's see what else I see in the jungle. Oh, do you see this animal right here? He kind of looks like something that you might think it is, but it's not. What do you think that is?
A pig.
It is a pig, but when I first look at it, it looks like an anteater, doesn't it? Look at his nose. His nose looks like an anteater, but it's like a pig. It's a pig. Do you see how it's like a brownish, grayish color, and this is like a tan color? Well, just like pigs, sometimes you see them, they're pink or black or brown. Well, this animal is called a tapir. Say that with me. A tapir. A tapir is a type of wild pig, and he doesn't eat ants. He eats foliage, like leaves and plants and things like that. But that's called a tapir. What's it called?
Tapir.
A tapir. Good job. Now I see something else in the jungle. Something sitting on the vine right here. Do you see this?
A parrot.
Well, it looks like a parrot, doesn't it? It's called a macaw. Say that with me. A macaw. A macaw is a beautiful bird. Look at his beautiful colors and that really long feathers that hang down like a big tail. Oh, they're so pretty, and they just love to sit on those tangled vines in there, and they're so pretty. Now, where I'm from, I lived in a place called Miami. And boys and girls watching, maybe you're watching from Miami, and there's a place down there where you can go and see lots of birds. It's like going to the zoo, but it's all birds. And you can actually stand like this, and they will put the birds on your arm. And I took my little boy and I went with my daddy. And when I was little, I went with my daddy too. And they will put the birds on your arm and they're so big and you stand really still. And they will put a macaw on there or a parrot on there. But where you find these birds are in the jungle. But it's so cool to see them up close. And there's another one, a bird that you can see. This one's called a toucan. What's that one called?
Toucan.
A toucan. Now look at the toucan. The toucan likes to eat fruit. He loves to find berries and fruits in the jungle to eat. And he's called a toucan. Look at his nose. That's how you know that he's a toucan. He's black and white, and he's got that big orange colorful nose, and it's really long, or his beak. His beak is right there, and it's really long, and that's how you can tell that he is the toucan. What is his name?
Toucan.
The toucan. Good job. Well, I see something else, something fun. That would be a really fun pet to have. Look right here. What is that?
A monkey.
It is. It's a monkey. Now, you know how you know a difference between a monkey and this animal right here? You might think that's a monkey too, but that's called an orangutan. What is that? Orangutan. You can tell the difference because a monkey will have a tail and orangutans don't have tails. A monkey will use his tail like another hand, and he can take that tail and wrap it around a vine, and while he's grabbing one vine, he can use that tail to swing to the other vine, and then he catches his hand, and then he wraps his tail around the vine, and then he grabs another vine with his tail, and he just swings back and forth all through the jungle. And oh, those monkeys are fun. And what do monkeys like to eat? Bananas. And in the jungle, they grow so big, the bananas, in big bunches. And then there's that funny orangutan. And the orangutan, they have short legs, but really long arms. And that helps them to swing on those vines as well. Well, I see something else right here.
The tiger.
The tiger. We've talked about the tiger before. He likes to hide in the jungle. And he likes to, maybe you just see, if you saw a tiger, you would just see his shoulders and maybe his tail. And his tail would be going like this. And he's watching. What is he getting ready to do?
Eat.
He's getting ready to pounce and get something yummy to eat. Oh, I wouldn't want to be near him during lunchtime when he's really hungry, but it would be really cool to see one of these super up close and personal. That's why you got to stay in the Jeep. That's why you don't cross over the gates at the zoo, but it's fun to watch the tigers at the zoo, but they come from the jungle. That's where you would find them. And then you see other things like, see that butterfly? In the jungle, you would see great big butterflies. You would see great big insects in the jungle. And it's so fun. There are so many more things that we could see in the jungle, but these are some of my favorite things that we would find in the jungle. Would you want to get near that snake? No, I wouldn't want to get near that python or that boa constrictor, but it would be fun to see some of these other animals in the jungle. Oh, boys and girls watching, maybe you could read a book or watch something that has more animals, or one of these could be your favorite, and you could get mommy and daddy to take you to a zoo or watch something about the jungle, and you could learn more about these animals that we learned today.